Hey guys, welcome back. Now, what a historic week. This week we saw probably the greatest political comeback in history. First, they insulted him, they raided his house, they impeached him, they arrested him, and some people even tried to kill him. And the result? Well, now we have a pro-crypto president, a pro-crypto Senate, and things have never looked better for the crypto market. And this sets up the final part of the cycle perfectly. And so in this video, as always, we'll be covering the latest price action and what may be coming next. We'll check in with the 4-year cycle and see what has just happened, along with seasonality, and then we'll finish with the biggest developments from all around the world in just the past week. And there's been some great ones. Okay, so first up, with Donald Trump winning the election by a landslide, let's check out the latest price action and see what is going on. Okay, jumping into the latest price action, we have the Bitcoin USD chart. This is my favorite view, which is a logarithmic monthly, and this way we get to see the big picture of the crypto market and this crazy 4-year cycle which just seems to be repeating and repeating and repeating. And the question is, how many times is this going to happen? When is it finally going to break? But as of today, right now, spookily, it's still doing the exact same thing. So last we talked was after the halving, the masses think that Bitcoin and crypto is going to instantly break out, but actually it's a very turbulent time. And from here, it was month number 7 where it actually got the breakthrough from the previous all-time high. Similar here, the halving is actually a bit unstable. It wasn't until month number 7 where we got the breakthrough from the previous all-time high, and then lo and behold, what has just happened? Again, a turbulent time after the halving. Month number 6 brought us right back, but it's month number 7 where Bitcoin is now setting new all-time highs. So it's really strange that no matter what happens, the huge news pieces, we've got pandemics, we've got different presidents, it just seems to be following the same pattern. So I, for one, do find that a little bit spooky, and I'm probably going to keep trading this pattern until it breaks. Now, so the big thing, let's now just flip to a normal chart and we'll go to the weekly. Now, with Bitcoin breaking through its previous all-time high, this is now off to the races. So one of the narratives which will be coming our way, maybe this year or definitely next year, is people will now start looking down the risk curve and looking at other options which haven't yet broken their all-time high. So the first one obviously will be Ethereum, and I think there's a massive Ethereum rotation coming our way, where when we flip over to the Ethereum chart, and this was actually the previous all-time high, even from today, and Ethereum has seen a nice jump from the recent news, even from today, there's still another 67% just to get back to its previous all-time high. So there's a lot of big investors that'll be looking at this figure. Let's check on Solana. Here we have, this one's actually doing better. It's now 30% from its all-time high. Can we just have a chat about Coinbase? So Coinbase, on the news of Donald Trump, literally had a 30% candle in one day. And as Coinbase is one of my largest holdings, this obviously was an amazing thing to see. Now, how far until Coinbase gets back to its all-time high? Well, there's still, again, similar to Ethereum, almost 70% just to get to the starting line. Then a couple of my smaller bags, we've got Avalanche, which amazingly is over 400% just to get back to its previous all-time high. So I'll likely be out of this trade before it even gets to the starting line. And then similar to Optimism, with Optimism being quite new, just to get back to its high that it set only a few months ago, it's over 200%. So I think there's going to be a massive rotation coming into altcoins, maybe this year, but certainly all set up for 2025. Now, hopping into seasonality, and for Bitcoin, it's just business as usual. So with November, it's up 8%, very similar to October and September. So clearly, Bitcoin has been a great investment this year. So simple, outperforming gold, silver, property, the S&P, the Nasdaq. You just hold one crypto and you get double or triple the performance of everything else. So well done for everybody holding Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, we have seen a massive breakout from the Trump news. This is double Bitcoin's returns. And for me, this may well be the month where Ethereum now outperforms Bitcoin for the remainder of this cycle. And that has been something that I have made a bet on. Now, me personally, I was a little bit early, but I'm not a trader. I'm not trying to buy it and sell it repeatedly, trying to time it perfectly. I'll just buy it early on and I'll just hold it to the end of the cycle. And if history repeats, Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin like it's done every single time. And then obviously, as you go down the risk curve to other altcoins, some are going to outperform even more. But then you run the risk of choosing ones which will completely blow out. But for Ethereum, and I'll probably do a full Ethereum update video next week, this now may be the breakout as it leads Bitcoin for the rest of this cycle. Now, speaking of the really big picture of the 4-year cycle, not much has changed. You can see this big breakout to all-time highs really gets put into perspective when you see it in comparison to what's previously happened in crypto. Suffice to say, it is pretty much exactly where it should be, nicely below the previous cycles. And I think we're likely going to be shooting up this way. And my base case is that it ultimately gets to this 10 to 15x. That's my base case. But the only update really on this one is that it's exactly where it should be. Could it dance around a little bit November or pull back in December? Yes, but we have everything we need now for an amazing 2025. And if I was just going to nitpick, once the Fed ends quantitative tightening and moves to quantitative easing, that really will be the catalyst for explosions in price. Now, with it only being 1 week since this last update, it's amazing that we still have several pieces that have come in which all say to me mass crypto adoption is on the way. We just heard that Detroit, USA, the residents will be able to pay their taxes with crypto from the middle of next year. Adoption. We had Florida, the state, saying that they hold $800 million in crypto investments, and I believe it's mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum. We had Deutsche Telekom, which is Europe's biggest telecommunications provider, saying they're going to be doing Bitcoin mining, mass adoption. We had UBS, a massive bank, saying they're launching a tokenized fund onto Ethereum. Amazingly, Michigan becomes the first state pension to invest in the Ethereum ETFs. So already you can see the massive trend switching back to Ethereum. And this is a pension fund investing into Ethereum. Clearly mass adoption. And then in the UK, we had the first UK pension fund to be investing in Bitcoin as well. And because we don't yet have any Bitcoin ETFs here available, they're having to go around and do it in a really inefficient way. But again, pension funds investing in crypto is mass adoption. But obviously the biggest news, and I had to cover it this week in a video, was Donald Trump winning the US election. Obviously amazing news for crypto as he's super pro crypto, but what was even better was that he didn't just win the presidency, they also took control of the Senate and of the House. And this just means whenever they want to pass bills through Congress, it's going to get fast-tracked straight through, meaning Donald Trump is going to be able to implement the vast majority of stuff that he wants to do. So this was a landslide victory, winning everything, including the popular vote, meaning that 2025 for crypto holders, especially people in altcoins, this is your time. After the greatest political comeback in history, things have never looked better for the crypto market. As mentioned in previous videos, it is Magic Month number 7 where the big true breakthrough occurs, and what do we know? History has repeated once again. Is this the pivot point where Ethereum now begins to outperform Bitcoin for the remainder of this cycle? A full video coming out on that topic soon. And mass crypto adoption continues now with pension funds adding not just Bitcoin, but also Ethereum. However, obviously the greatest news for the week is a massive victory for Trump, not just with the presidency, not just with the Senate, but also with the House, making 2025 the place to be for crypto once again. And it's bye-bye good luck to Gary Gensler. But I'm not sure he's sorely going to be missed. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now, obviously an amazing week for the crypto market. Things are really starting to heat up. If you have any questions or comments, then post them below. However, just remember, to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments, we are trying out the new SuperThanks Commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use SuperThanks below. And for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.